Do not quit your job for YouTube. I have seen some videos coming through my YouTube browse section, and people are out there suggesting that you quit your job for YouTube. And some people are doing it. They are at various stages, it seems, of earning money already on YouTube. And they are convinced that they are going to blow up on YouTube. They are going to be just like this person they've seen do it. And God is on their side and things are on their side. The universe is telling them to do it, and they are going to quit their job for YouTube. They are fired up and motivated, and please do not do this. Do not quit your job for YouTube, especially if you are not further along in your journey. I am super motivated by seeing other people succeed in their business. I am so incredibly motivated by seeing people earn a ton of money on platforms like YouTube, and I know how this works. You feel like you can do it too, especially when it's someone that is like you and they are succeeding. It is easy to get motivated by these people and feel like you can do it too, and that is fantastic. But y'all, YouTube is not a platform you can count on, especially if that is your only revenue source. YouTube is so inconsistent, and I know because I have been a full-time creator on YouTube primarily as my main platform since 2021. For over 3 years now, I've been creating content on YouTube, and that's all I do, and that is my main source of revenue. I know that it can be very, very inconsistent. Things can happen where your revenue drops for a variety of reasons. YouTube's not consistent. You can get demonetized entirely. YouTube can decide one day that your channel can't earn money anymore. No ads for you. That just goes away because YouTube has decided it. You can also be hit by something called the invalid traffic bug, which is something that I personally had on my channels where my revenue was gone by about 90% and it lasted for a while. I had no control and no idea when it would end. Luckily for me, it lasted less than a month, but some channels, it can go on for 3 months, even longer. And that revenue is not something you get back, is not something that comes back. And if you are not planning for that, you are going to be in a world of pain if you quit your job for YouTube. And then there's just the traditional things that happen with content. Your interests can change personally. Your content is something that people can kind of fall out of love with or decide that they've moved on from that topic. So interest in your actual topics and content can wane and change and drop, so your views can drop. And then there's also the fact that ad rates drop. They can be high at certain times of the year and really low at other times of the year. In November and December, ad rates are great. I make a ton of money off YouTube. But then in the spring and summer, those rates are down. They are not paying as much, and I make way less money even with the same or more views. YouTube is so inconsistent. I would not recommend that you quit your job to do that full time unless you have a couple things set up. So you need an actual plan before you quit your job. Please, please, please do not quit a job with benefits, with all of the things that come with a job, with a steady paycheck. Do not quit that until you have everything figured out that I'm about to talk about. First, have an actual business that is not just relying on ad revenue. You have to have some sort of business plan behind your YouTube channel that is not just ad revenue. Maybe it's affiliate marketing where you promote products and get a commission every time someone signs up for that or buys it. Maybe you sell digital products, which is one of my personal favorites. That is a great way to monetize a YouTube channel, but make sure you're creating really quality, like high level products that actually help people, that are not just something basic that they can find for free online. Make sure that you are doing something that is really in depth and helpful, and that can sell really well. It does actually create a business behind your YouTube channel because you're selling a product and then you are getting paid by YouTube to promote your product. Or maybe you're going to do coaching, so you are basically putting videos out there of your thought leadership and the things that you think and the way that you motivate others so that they will then buy one-on-one time with you or a group coaching program. That's a fantastic way to monetize, and people make hundreds of thousands of dollars per year doing that. So that's a really great way as well. But you need some type of business plan like that behind your channel. It can't just be ad revenue because that is so risky. Then next, you need to diversify your revenue streams. So those were all great business models, and you can do all of them as well at the same time, making different revenue streams and creating more income in your business and your life. And those are things that you really need to do, especially if you're considering quitting a job, a steady job with a steady paycheck, to do this. Next, you need to actually make this a business, a legitimate business. So you need to make that business legit by doing things like getting a business bank account. I am appalled by how many people just quit their jobs for YouTube and have money going straight into their personal account and not treating this like a business. Get a business bank account, even if you're a sole proprietorship, which means you're just you doing business as you. Get a business account and separate out your money. And then save for taxes. YouTube revenue doesn't have taxes taken out like your paycheck from your job. You have to set money aside. Depending on where you live, that can be anywhere from like 20 to 35% of that money needs to be set aside. It could be more. That does happen. You need to be making sure you're setting money aside for your taxes so that when your taxes are due, you are not completely out of luck and you've spent all the money from YouTube, because that money is not like a paycheck. It is money that you have to then send taxes to the government. YouTube's paying you as a 1099 and you are going to owe money to the IRS. So make sure you're setting money aside. That is coming. And then if you are in the US, you will have to start paying taxes quarterly. You don't only pay taxes once a year when you do your taxes like you do with a job, because you owe money to the government as you are earning all of this income, because you're basically a business now. You need to be setting up quarterly payments and paying them every quarter. April 15th, June 15th, September 15th, January 15th. You need to be sending those payments in and making sure that your taxes are being paid as you go, because otherwise you will owe penalties and extra money because you didn't pay on time. So that's something you need to be setting up. Basically, you need to start learning all of the things about your business and how it should be run before you quit your job. You don't need to jump into this without knowing these things, because this is really important. You might also want to file a LLC. This is easy. It can be free. You don't have to actually pay any extra fees for someone to set this up for you. I will leave a link for that down in the description box if you want to go ahead and get your LLC, but that can just add a layer of protection between you and potentially giving someone dangerous or bad advice, or someone taking your videos and using them in a bad way. It's always good just to have that nice layer of protection. And then once you have an LLC, you get an EIN, which means you can separate yourself from the payments that you're getting, from the information that you're sending to potential partnerships. You can just give yourself a layer of protection and prevent people from seeing your identity. There's all these things you should be doing so that you're keeping yourself safe, keeping your money safe, keeping your business safe. And I don't think anyone's thinking about this, and that makes me really concerned for people that are thinking of quitting their job before they have all of this set up. And then before you quit your job, please be making some money. Please don't quit before you're monetized. Getting monetized on YouTube can take so long, and sometimes it happens really quickly for people that blow up fast on YouTube, but usually it doesn't go that quickly, and it can take a long time before you get your income coming into your bank account. And I don't know about you, but most of us cannot live without a paycheck for too long. So if you are quitting your job and you don't already have money coming in, that will be a problem. Hopefully as much as your day job before you quit. Personally, I did not quit my job, my 9 to 5, actually my 8 to 5 job, until I was earning more than I was earning at my job. So basically I had 2 full-time incomes. My YouTube income, my YouTube business was earning more, and then I decided to quit. And that is really honestly the only way to do this kind of safely. And then the final thing I will say is to have some savings. Please have some savings, have some money, have enough to pay for the majority of your bills, your rent or your mortgage, and most of your bills for 3 months at least, and preferably for 6 to 12 months, because like I said, this is so inconsistent and it can really go away overnight. Things can dry up quickly, like faster than you think, and the algorithm could put you out of favor because people are not watching your stuff as much and you suddenly are not earning as much, and you will find very quickly that having savings can get you through and make those hard times a little bit better. So those are just some thoughts from someone who has done this and likes to be a little bit more cautious financially and make sure that I'm not ever going back to that 9 to 5, because I don't want to. But if you quit before you're ready, before you're prepared, before things are legit, you may end up going back to the 9 to 5, or worse, getting a lesser paying job, or worse, being stuck without a job because the job market isn't as good and you're unable to find something new. So definitely just protect yourself, be careful, be cautious, and don't quit your 9 to 5 from someone selling a dream. Be careful, and I will see you in the next video.